Raptor fans, welcome to Raptor Today. And I know this is a bit weird having me in this seat, but my pillow followed me. However, I'm going to be very well supported in this episode of Raptors Today. I've got Paul Jones with me. I've got Javon Shepard with me. And the guys will definitely keep me afloat. So, guys, let's get into a bit of a Darko conversation. Darko Rajakovic, pledged to donate $20 for every assist that the Raptors have, retroactively as well. I would have bailed on the retroactive stuff. I would have moved forward. But just him and his wife are doing that, which is a great incentive and a great thing that he's donating to hospitals to help people. But what are your guys' impression of him just as a person? We'll get into his coaching after, but Jones, let's start with you as a person.
The first time I met him, he did all those, stand-up things that we know about people. Right up to you, firm handshake, looked you and looked me in the eye. Hi, I'm Darko. That gave me a really good first impression. And I look at the way he conducts himself and the way he has conducted himself as a professional, as a person. And then you talk to other people to get an idea of what he's about. And the people that are vouching for him are high-quality people themselves. Billy Donovan, talking about his time in Oklahoma City with him. Monty Williams talking about, I've never seen a guy that was more intense, drank so much coffee, loved the game, wanted to succeed, wanted to see everybody around him succeeding. The players, Dennis Schroeder told us, I came here because of Darko. So these are things that tell you about, they say your reputation precedes you. These are things that tell you about Darko even before you really get to know him. And then once you get to know him, all of that is easily reinforced.
Yeah, and I think the donation that he and his wife is making towards hospitals, it just falls right in line with who he is. Yeah. And, I referenced the first time I met him in Summer League, in Vegas at Summer League this past summer. And I went in for a handshake just to, congratulate him, new coach. And he embraced me and gave me a hug, right? And I was thinking, okay, this is newly appointed head coach. You don't have to do this anymore. You don't have to work the room.
You got the job.
Right, you got the job already. And then, I look at how he interacts with, and a number of players have spoke highly in terms of his communication, and, Gary Trent Jr. was mentioned that pretty early. But just seeing him before games coming out and speaking to his coaching staff and interacting with opposing players. When we played Chicago a couple days ago, him and Vooch spent damn near 20 minutes just sitting there and chopping shop. And I thought that's impressive to see, even after the games, him coming out through the tunnel, win or loss, and speaking to some of the family members, players. And I think that speaks volumes in terms of his character, who he is. And it's not just for show. It's not just what you see, in media.
High praise from Taylor Jenkins, too, the other night when Memphis was in here.
Yeah. Energy is real. And I don't want to get too hokey about it, but people usually, when they speak about things, usually you can find out very quickly if they're about it.
Yep.
And I feel like you find with Darko that he is about what he's saying. He's a positive individual. He's going to support his players. And to me, when you're that type of person in the locker room, especially when things aren't good or they're not going the way you want them to go, those are the qualities that keep you afloat, that keep people together.
Yeah.
And I think he's been able to do that based on that. Now, there's the other side to what he has to do.
Yeah.
He's got to coach his team, and he's got expectations surrounding how he coaches his team. So if we were to give him a bit of an idea of how he's done so far, Javon, in terms of the coaching aspect, how would you see it?
I think it's really unfair to give him a true assessment because there was a lot that they've had to deal with in this first half of the season, right? You talk about all the things that were looming over the organization and decisions that needed to be made that weren't made at the time. And his initial responsibility, we could sit here and say it was to coach a team, but it was really just to, try and push all those distractions out, the door.
Let's keep that line of thought. Based on the things that has happened, how has he done?
I think he's done great, Sherm. When you think about it, he's got a whole new team. He came in as a first-year coach. You come in with all these ideas. I liken it to being a teacher. You come in, you're going to teach grade 7 math, and you come in, and the kids are swinging from the lights. I can't teach math if they're like I got, as Javon said, I got other things to deal with. So he's got a whole new team from what he started with in training camp. he was probably directing things that, well, I got Pascal, I got OG, I'm going to have this, I got Gary, I got Dennis coming in who's new, and then everything keeps changing. It just, I mean, we know how it is. Sometimes you got a play call, and the other team blows it up. He's
pivoted.
Yeah, you got to pivot.
And there's two things that I look at, and I say with this team right now, and obviously the direction is made. You're going younger. You look at how the team is assisting on, I think it's just under 69% of their baskets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right now, you have a young group to work with. You're going to teach them to play the game the right way, right? Fundamentally sound, moving the basketball, and you compare it to last year as well. Field goal percentages are up.
Yes.
Despite what we may think right now, so there's still been incremental improvements, and I think that's where you can really evaluate him and say, okay, there's some good foundation there.
I would say, Sherm, it's been a success in that the things that he talked about accomplishing when he came in, record notwithstanding, they've done. They've started to play the right way. The Raptors have gone from bottom, like 24th, 25th in assists to third. They've got the third most assists.
And you talk a team third in assists,
and they can't shoot.
Typically hasn't shot the ball well. So imagine there's a lot of runway to work with here.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
I think the idea of being a good teammate is how you are on your worst day.
Yes.
What kind of teammate are you?
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be basketball-wise. Your life could be in chaos. When we get to practice or we're on the floor, what kind of teammate are you? And to me, struggle, strife, change, all the elements that don't really help you on the court, can you block that out and still do your job? And he's doing a great job. All right, let's hear from the man today after practice. Here's Darko.
When I lived with my family in Memphis, we got in touch with St. Jude Hospital, Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, and it really touched our hearts to see all, the care that's there for the kids. That all the care is for free for them. And that everything is coming through donations, So it's a good cause, we believe, and it's something that we really are passionate about. And we wanted to collect some resources there and to help hospitals in St. Jude in Memphis, but also sick kids in Toronto and one of the children's hospitals in Serbia. So all the money that we're going to collect this year, we're going to divide between 3 hospitals.